Disclaimer. What you are about to hear is for entertainment and light education. This is meant to spark curiosity, to explore history, legend, and symbolism, but it should be taken very lightly. We do not intend to offend anyone's personal beliefs, values, or opinions.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We are the Seekers of the Arcane. I'm Mars.
I'm Jessy.
Before we jump straight into today's video, because obviously you guys could tell by the title of the video what it's gonna be about and what it's gonna pertain, which is a very fascinating case. But before we get into the details of the video and start getting into the case itself, we wanted to quickly ask you guys if you guys could like this video once it's done. If you end up liking this video, also subscribe to our channel and share to anybody who likes anything to do with the paranormal, with occult, or anything of that like, because we have all that here on our channel, including paranormal investigations, which are soon to come in the near future. So if you guys would like to see more of this kind of content, just go ahead and subscribe to our channel. But now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on today's case and today's video.
In April 24th, 1989, Querétaro, Mexico, a quiet home held a story that would echo for decades. Inside, Claudia Mijangos endured a night that would shatter her world and the world around her. Her mind was under siege. Visions of movements in corners, whispers in empty spaces, and an oppressive feeling that unseen forces pressed close. Angels and demons blurred together in her perception, leaving a chilling imprint on the events to follow. By dawn, the horror had unfolded. 3 children were tragically unalived, victims of a night when her grip on reality fully dissolved. She had acted under voices and the visions she claimed were guiding her. The home seemed to carry the weight of the tragedy. Was this purely the unraveling of her mind, or did the shadows that seemed to haunt her hint at something more? A presence that lingers and whispers long after the night had ended.
Claudia Mijangos was born in 1956 in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, known for her striking presence and lively charm. She married Alfredo Castaños, and together they had 3 children. Outwardly, life seemed structured, a balance of family, faith, and work. Yet beneath that calm, subtle signs of instability were emerging. Her life was deeply shaped by religion. She was an active Catholic, teaching catechism, attending church regularly, and immersing herself in spiritual study. Over time, her devotion became an obsession, manifesting in rigid routines and preoccupations with sin, evil, and the protection of her children. She began to claim she could perceive unseen presences, feeling certain forces were around her home, and her children were often the focus of her fears. In the days before April 24th, her behavior became increasingly erratic. Mood swings, obsessive focus on small details, vivid and intrusive visions, and speaking as if the reality around her had shifted. Clinicians interpreted these as indicators of schizoaffective disorder and temporal lobe epilepsy, conditions that warp perception and amplify spiritual or religious experience. Local stories and lore paint a shadowed picture, experiences that seem to brush the edges of the paranormal, though the evidence points to her mental illness rather than any supernatural influence. Her obsessions, her fears, and her extreme devotion would all converge tragically on that night.
On that fateful night, Alfredo had left with the children briefly, unaware of the storm intensifying inside Claudia's mind. Left alone, she later described seeing figures and hearing voices urging her forward. From a clinical perspective, these experiences aligned with several psychosis. Yet some who later examined the case wondered whether her beliefs placed her within the language of paranormal lore. Visions, commands, and unseen presences so often described in haunting narratives. In that fractured state, she attacked her children, killing them in the home. The acts were swift and irreversible, and the house itself seemed to absorb the shock, grief, and violence of the night. Claudia was later confined to a psychiatric institution, diagnosed and deemed legally inimputable. Alfredo was left to confront the incomprehensible aftermath. The loss of his children and the reality of what his wife had done. Very little is documented about Alfredo's life afterwards. Reports suggest he lived quietly, deeply affected by the tragedy, and there is no public record of him ever remarrying or speaking publicly about the events.
Public memory gave Claudia a name, La Hyena de Querétaro, which translates to the hyena of Querétaro. Her obsessive behavior, religious intensity, and the horror of her actions cemented her notoriety and fueled local legend. Over time, the house itself took on a reputation. Those who entered spoke of lights behaving strangely, sudden drops in temperature, faint murmurs where no one stood, and an uneasy awareness of being observed. For some, these sensations were the mind responding to a place marked by trauma. For others, they felt like something had been left behind. Accounts persist of distant laughter or sobbing echoing through empty rooms, shapes shifting at the edge of vision, and an oppressive stillness that settles without warning. Slowly, these experiences fused into local lore, transforming the home into a symbol of unresolved grief. But could such a place, steeped in sorrow and unseen presence, ever truly release what it holds? Or does it keep the echoes of that night alive forever? And as the story closes, we ask you this. Do you believe it was her mind alone that drove her to these acts? Or could some unseen influence have been at work? Or do you believe perhaps it was her psychosis, but the tragedy in of itself she caused and the lingering energy she left behind has now transformed the home into a truly haunted place? So you guys, we hope that you enjoyed this video and we hope that you enjoyed this case. Let us know down in the comments what it is exactly that you guys think about this case. Have you guys ever even heard about this case? Let us know if you guys have any other stories or cases or anything paranormal that you want us to dive into. We would love to obviously do, videos for you guys and take your guys' suggestions in. So also let us know those things in the comments as well. But so that's it. And so you guys, don't forget to always keep your candles burning until we meet again in the dark. Bye.